All right, this is Coach Leather. We're doing Delta Math quadratic formula irrational level 1. So we're going to click on this. All right, so now we have a quadratic, and I'm going to write this down, show you on paper and pencil. I would do it. All right, so here we go. All right, so here's the same problem that we just did. All right, we want it in standard form. And remember, standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So we want everything on one side except for 0. Well, here's my equal sign. I need to make this 0, and it's a w. So I got to move it over to the other side. So I'm going to move this over with the other w. Since this is a plus, a plus, we're going to say minus 6w to both sides. Notice I'm lining it up with the other w. All right, so this will be 2w squared. 9 minus 6 is 3w minus 10. And 6w minus 6w is a 0 pair, so we have 0. All right, so we're going to list our a, our b, and our c. Our a is in front of the square, so that's a 2. The b is in front of the w, and our c value is the number by itself. Since it's negative, we got to say negative 10. All right, so we're going to set up in the quadratic formula. After doing a few of these, you kind of remember the formula without having to worry about it, even though it is on the formula chart. Okay, so my b value is a 3, and so we're going to put since there's a minus there, we're going to say minus 3. The b is squared here, so we're going to say 3 squared. That's 4. It's always 4. The a is a 2. And the c is a negative 10. All over 2, and the a is another 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. All right, so I'm going to clean this up a little bit. So it's a minus 3 plus a minus the square root. 3 squared is 9 minus. All right, now you got to be careful. So you have a negative here and a negative here. That's going to make that a positive. So now just multiply them. So 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 10 is 80. All over 4, because 2 times 2 is 4. All right, so let's finish this up. Negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 89 over 4. Okay, they do want us to leave this, I think, in radical form. We need to see if we can simplify this. All right, so a lot of times we can take 89 and try to find the factors. So I know 3 will go in there. So let's see if I can do this. 3 goes into 8 2 times. That will make it 6. That'll be 29. And there's not anything that goes into 29. So this number is good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this number in this actual in the, now we could type it in a calculator and get a decimal form as well. But let's see what we get if we just type this in. You can see they give us the tools here. So here we go. We're going to have to put a parentheses because we're going to have to say divide by everything. So we'll put the parentheses there. All right, so here we go. Negative 3 plus or minus square root of 89. And then we're going to say divide by 4. That's what we got on our paper. And ta-da, we got it. Okay, let's do one more. All right, so I'm going to write this problem down. Negative 5z squared minus 3z minus 11 equals a negative 6z squared. Right. So I'm going to go to my paper. All right, notice remember I want everything on one side. This z squared needs to be lined up with this z squared. Since this is a minus, we're going to say plus 6z squared to both sides. So that's going to be 1z squared minus 3z minus 11. And this is 0 pair, so it'll be 0. So my a value is 1. My b value is a negative 3. And my c value is a negative 11. So put the quadratic formula in again. minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. All right, so here we're going to put everything in. The b squared is a negative 3, so watch out because it's a minus, and then the other one's a negative 3 plus or minus. My b is still a negative 3, but we're squaring the b, so we got to square the negative with the b, so put it in parentheses. 1 and 11 is for c, and all over 2 times 1. 2 negatives make a positive, so we'll just say 3 plus or minus the square root. Negative 3 times a negative 3 is 9. We have 2 negatives again, so that makes it a positive, and 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 11 is 11. 44, I mean. So 44 there, all over 2. So 3 plus or minus the square root, that'd be 53 over 2. All right, and I don't think 53 is. So we're going to take this and we're going to plug this in. And I'm going to open the parentheses because I have to put a divide. So 3 plus or minus the square root of 53, close the square root. Oh, I just messed up in it. It's already closed. Then divide by 2. And there we go. And that's how you do it. They're all like that. Every one of them is like that.